This is not just a busy factory, it's also the realization of a dream.
You had no qualifications to do what you ended up doing.
No experience at all.
You had drive and passion.
Well, and I was a mom.
A mom on a mission.
I truly believe that we can end hunger and malnutrition. Yes.
If that sounds impossible, consider that over the past dozen years, Salem has succeeded in transforming millions of lives by building the first and only U.S. factory churning out Plumpy Nut, these therapeutic peanut butter paste packets which can keep children under 5 with acute malnutrition alive.
Each one represents basically breakfast, lunch, and dinner for 2 months, and that takes a child from not being able to walk or hold up their own head. It gives them the energy to smile and laugh and be kids.
We first witnessed the miracle of Plumpy Nut 3 years ago when we traveled to the Central African Republic, teetering on the brink of famine. After years of a brutal civil war, we met children so malnourished many couldn't swallow even a sip of water. But after a couple of days of Plumpy Nut, they were transformed, the spark back in their eyes.
There is no way you can forget what you've seen.
And it was the hungry children she saw on a trip with her father to his homeland of Tanzania that changed her life.
Your father was one of the first from Tanzania to come to the U.S. for a college education.
And has always been an incredible role model.
My father died when I was a year old, basically. I was determined to make something of myself.
A model of compassion and doing what needs to be done. But how could she take on worldwide malnutrition with 3 kids under 5?
This couldn't wait. I couldn't wait until the girls were older or I had more time. I was never going to have time. I need to be there now because we have children's lives at risk.
But what to do? When she first heard about Plumpy Nut on a news report and learned that there wasn't enough, she picked up the phone and called its French inventors.
After they hung up on me a couple of times, I ended up flying to Paris and introducing myself in person, and we've been partners ever since.
What keeps going through my head is the fact that when you started this, almost a dozen years ago?
Yep.
You had no idea what you were doing.
No idea. None. I was a stay-at-home mom changing diapers and doing the dishes.
Soon she'd be taking her daughters all over the world.
She is not like the mother next door, right?
Not even close. Okay. Just seeing our mom do what she loves and love going to work every morning. It's big shoes to fill, not gonna lie. She's getting the tea.
Her not-for-profit company, Adicia, named for the Roman goddess of food, works with the World Food Program, UNICEF, USAID, and the USDA.
Every day we'll make 1.5 million of these packets.
Many made by the large number of refugees who work here. 25 countries represented among the factory's 110 employees.
So many have lived on that side of depending on aid. So of course we're going to feel that urgency because we've lived it and we don't miss deadlines. We just can't.
I was born and raised in Sierra Leone. I was 13 years old when the war started, and trying to survive was a constant battle.
Today, Andrew Kamara is in charge of logistics.
I always approach my job as a mission to save lives. When there's a shipment going out to Sierra Leone, if I have the chance to really catch it before it leaves the door, I would send it with a message saying, "Is your brother from the other side?"
And when we saw boxes headed to the Central African Republic, we were tempted to do the same.
Give a little kiss to each one as it goes.
I know.
There's a lot of emotion on this factory floor, not just because of its mission, but also because of its inspiration, Nathan's father, who handwrites thank you notes to every donor.
She says that she has been able to do what she's doing because of you. If it hadn't been for you, all the children's lives would have been saved.
That makes me very proud of her.
You are very proud of her. We're here on the day. The ticker on the wall is about to click past 15 million boxes. What an accomplishment.
All because of you, Papa.
No, because of us, right?
15 million people who have the power to go to school, to be educated. Who knows what they'll be able to do in their lives.
Wow. Despite all that Naven has already done, and by the way, her factory runs 24 hours a day, she is still not satisfied. She is determined to build another plant and produce even more, as only about 25% of the kids who need help are getting it. For more information on how to help, you can go to our website at today.com.
Unbelievable.
I loved how she said it's never the right time to start something. Sometimes you just have to do it. You're never going to have free time. This person did it. I mean, she's amazing.
And even when the inventors hung up on her,
she flew. She's a force. But there's hunger overseas that we see a lot about. There's also hunger here at home.
Yeah, so she saw the same long lines all of us did during the height of the pandemic, and she said, we got to do something to help. So they figured out how to package peanut butter in individual serve size for 18 cents a piece, and now millions and millions of them are being distributed at food banks all across America.
She's a force.
Yeah.
Wow.
And there was 4 daughters of hers.
Yeah.
Talk about a role model. My gosh.
Well, they're just spectacular, I have to say. I had dinner with them. I stayed way too late.
And the worker from Sierra Leone who's this story checks so many boxes.
Yes.
It's crazy.
Yeah. It was amazing, Cynthia.
Well, you know, I saw a few tears there, Hoda.
Yeah.
So
Well,
if you're feeling that way at home, you got a chance to help too if you want.
Yeah,
we'll put it on our website. Cool. Thanks, Cynthia.
Thank you.
Hey, thanks for watching our YouTube channel. Find your favorite recipes, celebrity interviews, uplifting stories, shop our favorite deals, and so much more with the Today app. Download it now.